This is Racer X on a brake segment for the Losi 1/4 scale RC motocross bike. One thing I would like to explain to all you guys, excuse me, I see in here that a lot of people are having binding problems with their brake rotor and their brake caliper, and I would like to explain how to do everything professionally, so this way you will not have any more of these problems unless you get a bunch of mud or dirt or grass stuck in your rotor and brake caliper. So to begin this segment, I'm going to go ahead and show you something. If you take a good look at this brake rotor, it does not look like the stock one. It's been modified in measurement to be more efficient, also better looking, but the looks don't matter. We're talking about braking here. And it's a lot more grabby on the brake pads once you go ahead and do what I'm going to show you. Okay, here is the stock caliper. It has been cross sanded, as you can see, with all the scratches, with 200 grit sandpaper. So I strongly suggest you do the front and back with 200 grit sandpaper to make it look like this. Now, these holes that are in this rotor here are the stock holes. They have not been drilled out or any of that stuff, or countersunk. And if you can see, the rotor is now running backwards. You want to run it backwards because you want the biggest holes to enter the brake pad chamber of the brake caliper first, because it gives you more braking power, and it also gives you a little better cooling. Well, this bike doesn't go 80, 90, or 100 miles an hour, because if it did, then this would be even more efficient. But it keeps a lot of the dirt and dust out, and it gives you more braking power. This I can tell you 100%. It's not just hearsay, it's the real deal. So anyway, this is the stock caliper. Just like the caliper I just showed you, they are both running backwards, and they've been cross sanded front and back with 200 grit, as I said. Now, there's another thing I want to show you real quick. These have also been countersunk. So a countersinking bit is what I used in machining that I do for the aerospace industry and for engineering design for the automotive industry. So on this rotor here, once again, they've all been countersunk. All these holes you can see real close, they've been countersunk. Okay, there we go. There's a better picture for you guys. Okay, when you do that, it gives you even more braking power and more cooling, and the rotor will be more efficient. Okay, so what you're going to need to do this is, like I said, 200 grit sandpaper to start with your rotor off your bike, to go ahead and cross sand the whole rotor completely, front side, back side. Next thing you're going to need to do is get a countersinking bit like this. Oops, see if we can get a better picture for you guys. There we go. It looks like that. You can get them anywhere: Home Depot, Lowe's, internet, you name it, you can get it anywhere on the internet. So the next thing you will do after you cross sand is you will take it, you will put it up to the hole, and you will spin it on the inside of the hole to countersink it. Okay, so I'm going to try to demonstrate on this rotor that hasn't been done yet how the countersinking works, for those of you who don't know how to do countersinking or have ever done it. Of course, you have to hold the rotor. I'm not going to do it on this one because I got to hold the camera, but here you go. Okay, now take a look at the hole. It's countersunk. Okay, you're going to do that on every hole, only on the outside of the rotor that is facing outward on the bike. You don't have to do it on the back side. You just do it on the front side. You want the back side to look like the rest of this here on the back side, because that's going to give you that extra braking power that you need. So you need countersunk holes in the front, non-countersunk in the back. Hopefully that made sense to you. So this way the braking power between the two caliper pads, one on the back side, one on the front side, can work efficiently to give you that braking power that you need. Now, last thing real quick is whenever your brake rotor doesn't look like this anymore, it is all glazed and shiny and dirty or rusty, and it's super smooth, you will take it off and cross sand it again with 200 grit and then put it back on. Okay, so hopefully that helped you guys, because the testing on it when I did it was a lot better in the braking power. Plus, I used to race motocross and superbike and all that stuff, and I've been doing RC two-wheel racing professionally, for many years, if you've seen my other videos. So anything that I show you in my videos is 110%, and it will really help you out in your racing and your modifications. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Take your time, be patient when you do it, and I will see you on the next video.